I got a pizza.
Hey.
Ghost.
Something just falls somewhere?
Probably.
Do you have a name for the ghost in your house?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Horatio.
Whenever you hear noises in the house, we just like blame it on the ghost that doesn't exist. Like in our house, we have Margaret. Like, it's just like, oh, that was Margaret.
No, that's Court saying regret.
That was good.
Sorry.
That was good.
This is Full Size Podcast with Paul,
I really wish I could get another pandemic.
Kyle,
Suck on it until the magic happens.
Phil,
Jesus was from New Jersey.
and me, Tyler.
I would love to know what the f*** is playing right now.
Okay,
Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen.
All right, I'm in. Me too.
Let's do this!
Looks like we're just hanging out in a garden room.
Yeah, we're hanging out in a garden room. It's cool.
Yeah.
With the vintage fan that Brad bought for me.
Oh, that's sweet.
That thing is cool, man. Full Size Podcast. Hello.
Oh.
Welcome to the new episode, by the way.
What's up, everybody?
It's been a minute.
How's everyone been?
Oh,
Jeez, I mean, this between, all the talk of what we're going to be doing this episode. What have you been? You've been doing a lot of four-wheeling. You've been doing.
Well, I'm doing a lot of prepping for four-wheeling.
Yeah, you got
And,
Roush Creek coming up.
Yeah, Roush Creek next
you've
week.
been banking a lot of content on doing that as well, right? You've been taking your camera out to a lot of these places.
Help
There's
with
some
the
cool
channel
videos,
startup.
dude.
You would tell us about that a little bit, or
Which one?
the channel startup with Pete? Like,
Oh, yeah. My roommate, so he bought an off-road rig, and he's decided to start a YouTube channel because he's got to, change it around.
Is that the one you sent me?
Which one?
You sent me a reel.
The reel, yeah.
Which was cool. Yeah, where you bopped him in the head by accident
yeah.
with the camera.
that was cool. You had the camera up in the engine bay. Like, it was really neat.
It actually, because he pulled the shifter out when he pulled the transmission out.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm like just looking for funny angles with the 360 camera.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's a hole in the floor.
It was like what
And I dropped it right in, and I dropped it on his head. I didn't realize.
It was like what the aorta sees during
Yeah.
open heart surgery. You just
Yeah.
see the doctor's head just come in.
Yeah.
It's cool that you started the YouTube channel at the time when he bought the truck. A lot of people start a process of something and they're like, oh man, we should do a YouTube channel around that. Yeah. They actually did it. They bought the truck. They're like, hey, before I work on this thing, PJ, let's shoot some shit and build a YouTube channel documenting the whole thing, which is really good idea.
Yeah.
One of my favorite videos to get sucked in the YouTube hole are the videos where people will dig out a car in the woods and work on it in the woods and get it running in the woods and then ride it out.
So that's what
I love that shit.
That's what
cool.
the interesting about Pete is like, so he just consumes YouTube content all the time.
Just learn.
So he has a great idea of what he wants his channel to be.
Yeah.
So it makes my job easier, and also because there's a lot of times where he's working on it. Because what's awesome is his boss was said like, you can work on the truck at their, because he works at a metal fabrication shop. So he's got access to all these awesome machines like a water jet, all this kind of cool
super
stuff.
Cool.
And so his boss was like, hey, come on in and work on it in here. And so he just takes his 360 camera, sets it up, and then will, record, and then he
Sends the footage over to you.
Yeah, he hands it off to me, and then I throw it together, and it's so easy because he's like, he's very conscious of like how long. Because he'll give me like 1 minute clips here and there, and then like, so it's not like giving me like 2 hours worth of footage to have to
That's
comb
the thing.
through and
Scrubbing.
stuff.
You could just dive right in. He already knows exactly what you want.
His, his YouTube channel is _gearhead_focus. If anyone wants to check it out.
Nice.
Yeah,
What he's doing.
absolutely. I know it's like if you're any gearheads and like off-roading stuff, and
It's cool because it rings true to the thing I've always felt. Like if it makes you happy, it doesn't really matter how many people are watching. So Pete, you just see Pete like smiling, like I love my 18 subscribers right now.
Yeah.
I can't wait to show you what I do.
Yeah.
I love that energy, dude. Even if you inspire one person with that kind of content, you're just helping people.
yeah, like the thing that he did was he created a doubler, which basically took two four-wheel drive transfer cases and put them together so he can get a low crawl ratio. So when going over the rocks,
For those of you that don't know, the transfer case takes the gear ratio and dumbs it down for four-wheel drive driving.
Did no one play those Math Blaster games back in computer labs?
Treasure Math Storm.
Treasure
Math Storm.
Yeah. Ready to fish.
Snowball thing.
Yeah, but with the gears and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Do you know that they released Freddy the Fish and Putt Putt for the Switch?
Did get out really?
Like this past
They
year.
charge for that?
Yes.
It's,
Wow.
I know.
it's a public service.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Like,
You want your kid to learn?
I should
Pay
tell my
up.
sister.
Exactly.
My sister like loves her Switch.
Paywall between education.
It'd be good for the kids.
Yeah, and
Right?
that's the thing is like her daughter always wants to play
Putt
with the
Putt,
Switch.
Freddy
Yeah.
the Fish, and something else. I forget what those kinds of games were called, but it was
Yeah.
like the brand of the publishing.
JJ the Jep. Oh no, that's not.
No.
It's a TV show.
So what else? Kyle,
Phil's
you-
been traveling like fucking Carmen Sandiego over here.
I only went to one place, didn't I?
here from your house.
No, you went.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did go to Chicago.
No, you did.
Yeah.
But you saw
you
more
did.
than one creator out there. You did.
Yeah.
You kind of like knocked a lot of shit out.
Oh yeah, no, it was really
Oh.
good time. I
cool.
had the opportunity because just Instagram, just meeting people and stuff like that, and
Cool.
commenting. So I met two people. One of them was Omnivorous Adam. We shot something with him in Chicago, and then my buddy Billy out there. He's doing this whole big thing with pizza.
Super cool.
out
He's a
there.
Gosney guy.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's he doing with pizza?
He does.
Well, basically, so he has this like rare form of MS. So throughout Chicago, he created this style of pizza. One time at an event, he raised some money, got some attention, and now he has his style of pizza out in like multiple pizza shops and raising money. In the last 2
That's
years,
dope.
yeah, he raised
really
like
cool.
44
It's
grand already.
Alex's lemonade stand, but
Get
pizza.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's just doing really good stuff and just making awareness for it because like it's super rare and just like he wants to make sure that people know about it and potential get studies done and all that jazz. So
One thing I like that he does is he makes a new pizza based on the football game for the week.
Yeah.
Like he did like a Chicago
really?
Bears style pizza.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
He did
cool.
like a
got
Buffalo,
like
New York.
108,000 views too.
Dude, he makes
Wow.
pizza based on the opposing team. Because I
He
mean,
did
he's a
Den-
Bears
Den-
fan.
Give me an
Yeah.
example.
Whoever's
What's the kind of
playing-
pizza that would play like that?
So
would,
he did
how
with
you do
the
that?
Bears, with the Broncos, and he just did Denver omelet. So it's like,
Oh really?
it's like, yeah, he did a chef.
He did the Denver Broncos pizza. He put nothing on a nothing.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I'm like, if he did the Denver Bronco Miami, it'd be like a big 70 burger.
Yeah.
yeah.
I have his
that's
page
cool.
up.
Yeah,
Cool.
but and
That's
every
cool.
Sunday he does Sunday sandwiches, so a new sandwich every Sunday. But
That's so
but
cool.
just beyond that, he's just like a really genuine guy. And
So
just really
Chicago
nice.
Squares. Here you go. They got the Bears played Washington. So he did like a Washington style pizza. So he did like barbecue, mild sauce, chicken wings, French fries, and rice. Like
Nice.
He
Okay.
makes it really like centric to what. Like if there was a Trenton football team, he'd make like a pork roll, carbon emission.
Well, he did the mustard thing, and I was like, "Don't y'all have a mustard pizza around
Yes.
here?"
Yeah, oh, we do. Yeah,
Oh.
mustard
Yeah.
pie around
Papa's
here. is
pizza.
Great.
Papa's.
Di Lorenzo's.
Oh no.
ASMR.
JoJo's. JoJo's.
Yo, when
JoJo's.
That's a cool name too.
Dude,
I wanted
JoJo's.
to-
Yo, JoJo's bar pies are the shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go. Like Phil, like it's honestly my favorite pizza.
One thing about the
the
mustard
other road
pie.
trip place you wanted to go to.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. When we did the video with Brad, I said, I got a pizza
Hey,
ghost. When
was that?
Brad came over, we went
Something just falls somewhere.
probably.
Lord Raiden.
Oh God. Do you have a name for the ghost in your house?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Horatio.
Sans?
No, it's a Raiden and Horatio.
Oh, okay.
Raiden, because remember Mortal Kombat, Raiden had the hat.
Wait, I was right.
Hats get misplaced and hats fall and like go all over the place. Like so Ghost Raiden.
What about who's the other one with the hat that threw it? Lou
Kung Lao.
Yeah, thank you.
Kung Lao.
Whenever you hear noises in the house, we just like blame it on the ghost that doesn't exist. Like in our house, we have Margaret. Like, it's just like, oh, that was Margaret.
No, that's Court saying regret.
That was good.
Sorry.
That was good. Yeah, no. Let me tie up
say again?
the Chicago with the
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Fake laugh for you.
So yeah, so the first day that I got there, this might be pretty heavy, but yeah. So when I flew into Chicago, I got an Uber. I got inside the Uber, and first thing happens is I hear this computer talking to me. And I'm like, oh, interesting. It's like, hello, my name is blah blah blah. I don't speak English. This is how I communicate. And so then I was like, and then he's like, okay, and I was like, cool. And then he pressed the record, and I said, hey, my name's Phil, all that stuff like that. I'm visiting, blah blah blah. So we get into the car, and it turns out from the airport to Chicago, it's like maybe 15 miles, probably more, but it was an hour and a half drive.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
This is me, him and I communicating through that for over an hour and a half.
And actually,
But-
the algorithm is kind of messed up because when I do all this other stuff, it doesn't give me the views I like. And I have this asshole cast iron guy that I'm friends with is
You gotta
really
do it as a
Yeah.
give me the views I want.
Oh, you fucking.
Because it's a translator, right?
no. He's not doing the impression.
No, he's doing the robot.
the robot.
The robot, the translator.
I'm thinking
The
he's doing
translator,
Yeah.
the phone. The phone.
Oh no! The guy with the trach thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, Dad. What do you think?
So wait, how did 15 miles turn into an hour and a half? Was that bad traffic?
It's
Oh,
apparently
yeah.
it's always bad from
Okay.
from there to there.
But that was cool that guy had that ability to do that. Like,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah, he's been in the country for a couple months. But anyway, so then we learned more about him. He was telling, I was like, yeah, what do you do? And he's like, oh, I would love to be what I used to do back in my country, which was Turkey. And he used to be a mechanic, and he was a mechanic for 40 years. And I was like, oh man, amazing. Like, what's stopping you from doing being a mechanic right now? He goes, oh, I have nerve damage in my hands. I can't do it.
And he's driving.
Yeah, and it's from me being tortured. I'm like,
Oh my god!
being tortured.
Holy shit.
So like I try not to dive in more to that. I try to let it breathe and stuff like that. And
Backspace.
yeah, because I don't want to be too intrusive or anything.
No,
just
no.
in case it unearths anything.
Just
for him.
want to. Some people probably might not want to remember.
you wanna
that,
let him
so you want to
unpack
talk
that.
about it.
Yeah. And so again, this is still done through a freaking computer.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, long story short, we do get to the point where he starts divulging more about what happened, not just naturally from him. And he tells me that him and his wife, they work as partial humanitarians, and they uncovered something within his country with the government that was doing. Apparently, there's a fight between Turks and Kurds.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so something happened there. So they took the guy and his family. They took him and tortured him for a couple months. And then so he escaped because he kept saying he ran for his life here. So like he kept saying it, and I was like, "What do you mean ran for your life?" Because it was like the fourth time he said it. So that we got to this point. And then so he's here, right, for a couple months, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like you doing like work for your family and stuff? He's like, I'm trying to bring them here because they have my sons now. And I'm like, what the shit?
God.
And you're just trying to make
Yeah.
pizza, bro. You're just
No, I'm just trying to get to the hotel, but like,
Yeah, you're just-
but also like I'm a person as well, so like he's like getting emotional. So like we're just, and I was just like, I hope it all works out. Like I don't even know what I can do, but like the best thing I did was like I tipped him, and then I gave him like a nice handshake at the end and stuff like that.
Dude, I'm gonna
Wish him well and
10%.
But like put things into perspective too. It's like stop bitching, Phil. Like there's
Yeah,
there's-
because I get what you're saying. Because you're
yeah.
like, oh my god, this traffic, this hour and a half long ride.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this dude's just busting his ass, taking you in this traffic, and he's got his kids are being tortured
Yeah.
after he himself was just
That's,
tortured.
I mean, that's the
That-
classic.
yeah, perspective.
yeah,
that's
he had, like,
nuts.
he had scars up and down. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
God.
boy.
Unexpected perspective.
That's like
Yeah.
a classic Louis
Yeah.
C.K. bit where he's like, "Oh, people are
Hello,
bitching that
Chicago.
they have two different languages on a ATM machine." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "At least we don't have the they're cutting our heads off in Pakistan button." I mean, like,
Yeah.
just got to put it into perspective.
Yeah.
That's
sure.
that's nice that you hooked him up and like I think listening to somebody like that actually wants to talk. I'm sure he picks up enough people that don't give him the time of day. So it was nice of you to.
That's
Yeah,
that's true. They just want to get from point A to.
If there's
point B,
anybody
but
I'd
the
want to
fact
pick up in
Especially
an
as the
Uber would be
language
Phil.
barrier.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
Yeah, and even breaking through the language barrier was enough. Like
Yeah.
to get the whole
Yeah.
story through. Like that's nuts.
Wild. It was
Wow.
wild.
Yeah.
Man.
But you
So-
got good content in. You saw Adam. You saw Billy.
Yeah, it was great. Those two guys are amazing. They definitely took me around. I took a shot of Mortal. I'll figure out what it is. And they had a Chicago dog.
I know what it is.
Starts with an M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like it's old fermented like
Midol?
honey, I think, right?
Yeah, it's like
mead.
herbal and
No, it's not mead. It's
No.
Mate.
it's
No.
it's Chicago specific. It's like
it's like a weird herbal
Heroin.
shot. Yeah,
No.
yeah. I slept through my second city show, so because I got too drunk the first night with Adam.
oh
We went
no.
to like 8 breweries, and it was worth
You
it.
did. Every other
Yeah.
story was
Yeah.
like, Phil's like, "Hi, I'm cooking. We're at a brewery. Then we did this. We're at a brewery. Now we did this. Here's another
Yeah,
brewery."
there was like 8 breweries.
You
So
were-
like,
yeah.
I was done. So
I
Good,
mean,
though.
but everything else,
Soak
great
it up
city.
the
I would,
culture, man.
And they pay to clean it, so it's not like Philly. It's like Philly's like sister city in the sense that like good sandwiches are everywhere.
Yeah.
But in other senses that it's clean, so it's not Philly.
It's dirty older.
Yeah, it's a dirty older sister.
And no lantern fly.
Yeah,
Don't go in her room. Nobody fucks her.
Oh my god.
I missed it.
It's
You
like,
always-
It's all right.
Yeah.
How many of us dated a girl who had like a weird older sister or younger sister? Was like,
See, I always ended up dating the older sister.
Lucky me.
someone's singing my tune. So let's
Let's
see.
see.
What
What are the other
Kyle,
things?
what have you been up to?
We did.
Oh,
so
you
PJ
were-
and I went to the Chili Pepper Festival in Bowers, PA, with John. We met up with John from White House Station and Maggie with DEF CON. And the magnitude of this place. Picture like Boston Hot Sauce Festival times 2 plus Philly times 3.
It was all outside. Also,
There had to be 100 vendors.
oh,
weather looked nice too.
Oh,
It
it
was
was great.
hot.
Hot. It's beautiful.
it was.
Was it?
hot.
Oh, it was hot.
Oh,
yeah, but no,
there's
not
a
just
random
no
heat
nothing.
wave.
and not just the sauces.
Yeah.
It was hot and humid.
But there was so much to see. There were so many different sauces. Like the vendors that were there had like spicy menus on their
Yeah.
food trucks, like altered for the event. And then if you wanted to, 2 or 3 miles down the road, you could get in your car and go to what I would say would be the most impressive for somebody that works in agriculture. There was probably 150 different varieties of pepper.
Oh,
Sky
dude.
Brew. Amish guys,
The rows.
they give you a bag and a piece of paper. The piece of paper had like 150 different varieties of peppers, told you the row and the section. You take your bag and you go pick it up.
And you go picking.
There's
It's like-
people that-
it's like picking
Wow.
a pumpkin.
That's wild.
But hot peppers.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. I mean,
There was a family there from West Africa or East Africa. And
Get it right.
They go there. Yeah, I know. They're like, we get a lot of Scotch bonnet here every day. Like they were like fucking. They had bags and bags of fresh.
Do you have Scotch bonnet here?
And then yeah, but not like grown like that. There was
No, but do you have them right now?
yeah, I do.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna take 3.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
They're fermenting in the barrel back there. So you walk up this hill, this gravel hill, and then all of a sudden it just opens up, and you're like, if you want to view paradise, like just Willy Wonka level.
seriously, honestly, it really was. Then John disappeared somewhere. We had no idea because he was picking up cases of
White habanero for hot
Yeah.
sauce we're going to be doing together. He went and grabbed it from there. A lot of these hot sauce vendors,
Exclusive.
they get their peppers from
Oh,
them.
yeah.
They grow. They have parts of the field that are grown these peppers for this company.
Oh yeah.
Like it's outsourced parts of their field that are grown specifically for hot sauces for this brand.
Yeah, it's wild to see all like now that I can kind of like peek into that kind of world. It's just
Yeah.
like there's bids on certain species and there's bids on certain
Yes.
like it's crazy.
And this guy is a genius. The guy that owns the farm, he actually stabilized the yellow lemon pepper that you gave me.
Oh yeah.
He was one of the guys that stabilized that for.
Nice. I've meant to bring some over and forgot.
I had a lot. And
They're spicy as shit.
he was
For some reason.
responsible for stabilizing a lot of the modern peppers that we did today, and just talked about it like he was talking about a gum wrapper on the floor. Like, oh yeah, I had that, yeah. Like nothing. I was like, dude, you stabilized these types of these these
To
phenoms.
someone who doesn't know what is stabilizing.
Right. To somebody that doesn't know stabilizing, it's
Yeah.
a crossbreed of a pepper
Thank
that
you.
you can make consistent. So when you crossbreed a pepper, you're actually taking pollen from one bud and putting it on the stamen of another budding pepper.
Yeah, like the paintbrush.
Jesus.
that
And you
Christ.
cover the stem with a bag, and it'll grow a pepper. Whatever the pepper traits take from the mom, which is the pollen or the stem, and the pollen, which is pretty much like pepper cum, but it's like they
What?
Can we get shirts that say pepper cum? And have a flower.
Pepper cum?
pepper semen, I guess.
He's not wrong.
No, it's pretty much
Yeah.
the way to describe
Yeah.
it in layman terms.
Yeah.
And
Pepper cum.
Yeah. Makes the best peppers.
Think about boners every time.
so pretty much you take a breed of
Mommy,
pepper
how are peppers made?
and eventually
peppers
through
made?
taking the good traits of each pepper, you're able to guarantee what the seeds are going to produce. If you take a jalapeno from the grocery store and you take the seeds out and grow it,
Yeah.
it's going to grow a jalapeno. It's stabilized.
But I
enough.
thought they're inoculated.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just any kind.
Garlic is. That's what it is.
Garlic's inoculant.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, okay.
So if you take a poblano seed and you put it in the ground, it's going to grow a poblano. It's stabilized to the point where the seeds bear the child. So you have to crossbreed enough with the same type of pepper to get those seeds to be consistent.
Yeah, and if you have hybrid, the seed can either going to be the father or the mother.
You know,
So it's not going to be a repeat.
what was also
thing.
interesting is he was talking.
There you go. I got
what
somewhere.
you're saying. I get what you're saying.
There we go.
There was one season where like all the pepper plants like cross pollinated.
Yeah.
And so like he had like a whole like, and when you see the amount of fields that are the amount of rows,
Yeah.
and it's like they all, commingled.
I'm talking 30 like 100-yard rows.
Yeah.
Like it
At
was a
least, yeah.
whole day's worth of pepper picking. If you wanted to.
This year was Peppergate. That was fun. So like there was a mass supplier of peppers that accidentally shipped everyone shishitos. So like if you grew peppers this year, there was multiple seed suppliers that got just shishitos.
Oh,
really?
In there, yeah.
So they were expecting to grow a certain brand, and they would grow shishitos.
Yeah, if you Google Peppergate,
I would be beyond pissed if I thought I was growing Reapers and shishitos showed up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of seed
real.
suppliers that got
Wow.
hit with that.
Peppergate. We're gonna have to look that shit up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
What about you, Ty?
Yeah, Ty, what have you been up to?
Jeez, man.
You painted the bill coat doors.
Yes, I painted Bill. Yeah, nothing, nowhere near as exciting as anything that you guys were just talking about. I've spent a lot of time under the hood mentally lately.
It's good, though.
Oh, yeah?
It's been a long time coming because I've dealt with a lot of issues with anger and things like that, like I always have. And I kept blaming it on like I had a shitty job, or I kept blaming it on my back pain and my hip pain and stuff. Well, my job isn't roses, but it's not stressful, so it's not that now. And I've gone to physical therapy, and my back and my hip don't hurt anymore, so I know it's not that either. And I still would go around the house and find reasons to be pissed at shit.
Yeah.
And
It's not good.
yeah, no. So
We're not programmed for happiness.
no, yeah, we're programmed for survival.
Yeah.
So we pivot and we,
Phil Anger, 5th District. How you doing?
You guys get your benefits yet? No, we might have to go on strike in November.
the pissed off department. So that's what I've been doing. I'm going to therapy. ADHD was a big thing that I didn't know that I've been dealing with my whole life.
I'm proud of you for doing
So
that, by the way.
I'm
Big.
trying some mild medication for that as well. Nothing on like the Adderall level or anything like that,
Yeah.
but it's helping me focus. It's helping me relax a lot. It's like night and day, and it's just you realize like, oh my god, like this is how regular people are. Like this is how you do something and then you finish it. Like this is.
I say that when I have a solid shit.
And-
Oh my God.
This is how regular people
just readjusting my life and being in this perspective is like I'm in a good mood most of the time now. Like you'll still get stub your toe and
Tyler,
shit.
what
And
would
get
you
pissed, but,
say-
like it's just I'm just enjoying. I've never enjoyed the fall. It's always been back to school season. It was Halloween when I was at Party City, and for the first time in I don't know how long, I had no trouble taking down the pool because that was always depressing. Summer was over.
Yeah.
No trouble taking down the pool. No trouble turning on the heat and cleaning up and getting ready for fall and opening the windows, and it's cool and chilly outside. I'm welcoming all of it. I'm in a really good spot right now. So I didn't
for
do
you.
any. I
That's
didn't go
awesome.
anywhere
That's really
crazy, but I'm doing a lot of corrections in my life.
Would you say that that's a combination of the therapy, or like how does the medicine make you feel as opposed to when you're not on it? Like if you could nutshell it.
I have a much easier time convincing myself to stay on task, and I have a much easier time convincing myself to not be angry about doing the task. Because my anger was manifesting as my anxiety was turning into anger, right? And what I was doing was I wanted to get this done, this done, this done, this done, this done, this. I was listing everything in the world that I needed to get done.
Yeah.
And I wanted it all done right the fuck now, right? So, and that would put so much anxiety on me that I would turn to anger and I get pissed off because I didn't get everything done. I wasted the day. I didn't
Would
get
you
the
shut
most out
down?
of it. Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Then you're mean to
Or
people.
I turn it, or I'd take it out on people around
brother.
me. Like,
Yeah.
Project.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
So yeah.
go ahead.
Oh no, just like the one thing that like also not a medical expert, so none of this advice is to be taken in heart.
Please don't take
Just like when we talk about finance.
It's like physician.
But anyways, so the thing with like neurodivergent people, they're people with ADHD and stuff like that, they don't get that dopamine release after completing a task. So even if you do stack your tasks, that is a tactic to fight depression, like a checklist kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you don't receive that dopamine, you still don't receive that relief. Therefore, you're going to go into this weird cycle.
You have to get it elsewhere.
Where you keep
or the
chasing
medicine
where you
helps?
keep
Yeah,
chasing the
yeah.
dragon.
Yeah. See,
For me, I could keep looking for the next thing.
there's
Okay, well, this
external
is done.
happiness and
But
internal happiness, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
how you see those things. So
it's a
like,
much easier time.
you can masturbate in the closet and find like 15 minutes of fun, or you can, I don't know why I use that example.
6 minutes.
30 seconds of fun. Are you nuts?
30 seconds of fun.
Yeah. I'm almost 40. Come on.
Depends on what I'm watching.
Just hear Chewbacca in the closet. What's PJ doing? I'm done.
You can do that, or you can be content with just your life and just flow through that. And that's
Yeah.
it's
And that's
assume
what it
that's what
is.
you're seeking.
Right, and
I
what
think
was
that's awesome.
a weird side effect of that is that I now have no problem sitting down and wasting time on my phone now. You know what I mean? I can focus on my phone now, and I will just keep going now. I used to never be that way that much, and now I am. Or watching TV, which I find is nowhere near as toxic as scrolling through Instagram. If you're just putting on
100%.
TV or some of the junk TV shows you get on like Discovery or like, you know what I mean, like those kinds of shows.
River Monsters.
Yeah.
I love that show,
That's a
dude.
good show.
That is
What was
good.
it-
That's
what was
a
the
great
one
show.
about
Forged
noodling?
in Fire or some shit?
Noodling?
I think
Oh, yeah.
they were on. There was a component within that show, but I don't know if it's the same one you're talking about.
Yeah, or like one of the House Hunters or some shit like that.
There was times
But-
that you would burst out.
How do you have a budget? How do those budgets play out in those damn shows?
I know.
I have $200,000, and here's this like $700,000 house, almost $1 million. Sorry, that's
I know.
end
No,
of
but
rant.
they're like, oh well, our budget was 6 and we spent 9, so we'll figure it out. Like you just pull another 300,000 out of your
Dude,
ass.
speaking of that, the budget thing, we were just talking about how Preston and Steve interviewed Bam. He would get $300,000 petty cash per episode of Viva La Bam.
Wow.
300,000
Petty.
Yeah.
to just play with, not pay.
Yeah.
Just this is the money you could use to spray
goof
paint,
off.
Do whatever you want.
fuck
to
Yeah.
goof off for content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this actually. So since you said that you've been able to just kind of scroll through like Instagram stuff like that, have you noticed? Because also with like ADHD, it's like I guess sometimes it's like it's hard to focus. So maybe like you're into, like have you noticed yourself getting into say longer form content? Like, can you watch like a longer YouTube-
video?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
I'm trying to think. I just watched one the other day. I guess the detail doesn't matter. Yes, I have. I have the videos that go on longer. If it's something that that actually interests me, sure.
Yeah.
Because there are some that are just like, this is bullshit. Like those those fake ass DIYs.
Yeah.
Where they make a bunch of shit out of styrofoam and like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a life hack for making a refrigerator at home. Yeah, with
yeah.
all the with welding equipment that I have. No. Stupid shit. Bandsaw, welding equipment.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any of that shit. That's not a fucking hack.
no, because that's the thing. It's like I want to create content, right? And I'm torn because it's like, you can chase the algorithm, you can do the 7-second video,
Right.
or you can go like long form. And for me, it's like I want to tell a story. I want to show something visually cool. When you chase the algorithm, it kind of pulls. Now there are some.
Which one?
Well, it doesn't matter.
True.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you,
Oh,
did
yeah?
you guys see the reel that I made with my niece?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
The little
Oh,
dog
yeah.
driving thing.
Wonderful reel.
30 seconds.
I love
right?
that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
IG.
Sure.
I put it on YouTube, and it was
that's-
I'm over 12,000.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
12,000 views,
Nice.
over 200
Yeah.
likes. Some
That's
stuff
really
like that.
funny.
Good
And-
for you.
And like engagement, it's the best thing I've ever put out thus far, but unassisted by Kyle, of course.
Nice.
I'm saying,
Man, I don't feel I get like survivor's guilt when this shit
No,
happens.
dude,
No training wheels.
Listen. Listen.
deserve it.
I love it. Like it's great. Like when we do a video and it hits.
Yeah,
like
it's
I
happening.
was really hoping the Hell's Kitchen
You would-
one
Oh,
would
yeah.
hit, because the Hell's Kitchen one, I was like, when I was editing that, I was like,
It's so well done.
this is the best thing I've ever shot.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So PJ was like, "No, dude, grab the hot dog and turn like this." Like you were so into it, and it was Ron was like watching from his booth.
I liked
So at
it.
Bowers, where the Pepper Festival we were at, there was like this little stream, like this little babbling brook, next to the festival, and it backed right up to Hell's Kitchen's tent, and we're like, and Ron was like, "Hey, I got all this extra mustard. Like, it'd be cool if you guys could do something with that. Like, grab a hot dog, whatever."
Yeah,
So we
perfect
filmed
time of
this
year,
little
too.
30-second thing. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. And PJ, you were just like you could just see like you deserve like all the views I got from that stupid fucking cow should have gone to us finding mustard in the river.
That was awesome.
It is, but
It's iconic now.
But it's a perfect example. Here's a cool thing I found. Follow for the next one. 2 million. What the fuck? You know how much stuff we put time into and effort and energy? It's like, wow, cool. Here's your 1,500 views. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
1,500 now.
I think you're fighting the mechanism a little bit too.
Fuck.
The mechanism of Instagram versus YouTube. Because with
100%.
Instagram or TikTok, it's so easy. Next. With YouTube, you got to back out. You got to go look at your search
because
results again.
They have
Not if it's
shorts,
shorts.
though. That's the thing. The shorts is set
Yeah,
up.
shorts.
It's
TikTok,
like,
dude.
So was this video a short or was it
was a short.
It was a YouTube. Oh, it was a short.
Yeah.
It was the one where his niece was
Interesting.
in the car and he was pulling her over.
So that's weird. Like
Yeah. Drinking
So it's
man.
identical style of
where you
platform.
could flick to the next one.
You
and
can flick to the next one.
And you watch it on the YouTube app, right? You don't download a different app
Yeah,
for
no,
this.
nope. It's the YouTube app.
So the thing
That's
I found
crazy.
with the way the algorithm
Yeah, just start a short and then just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
The way I think it works is every one of these brands are literally competing with each other. You have TikTok saying fuck Instagram. You have Instagram saying fuck YouTube, fuck TikTok, and they're trying to beat each other out. So if you
Hey,
can-
what's your name?
yeah.
YouTube. Fuck you, YouTube.
So it's like each one of these platforms have their own unique algorithm that's not going to be the same as the algorithm of the other place because
Right.
then their content, they're going to compete for the same content.
Right.
So you kind of have to figure out
You
like
have to tailor for.
am
per
I going to
platform.
post my short on all three platforms and see what goes and what
Well-
doesn't, or just stick to what you're good at and just do it?
That's what. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Like I just so after I hit on my niece, the drunk driving niece, I released a short pretty much every day after that, and I've just watched how the different content how it goes down, or it's up on Instagram but it's down on shorts. So I'm like, okay, so if I'm gonna do more like artistic, cool looking shit, I'm gonna have to put that on YouTube.
Yeah, you balance it out.
And Instagram is
See
gonna be
what works.
I don't know, whatever, maybe like my behind the scenes kind of stuff, like collaborating with other people, just that kind of stuff.
I found what they don't want, though. One of the things I learned that they don't want is they do not want you to have any kind of content that's going to pull you from one platform to another.
100%.
If you have a story on Instagram, watch this. Next time you post a story on Instagram, it has any type of external link, it'll have half the views and engagement as if than if it were just a regular story. If you have an external YouTube link, if you have an external website, and I found that when I was doing the affiliate links for like Fatworks and Classy Meats and stuff, I was like, why are these stories getting less views than just a regular fucking story? It should just be in
In
succession.
the caption
but
or in your
just
profile?
in the tag on the story. So when you post something that has an external link, Instagram is less likely to push your content because you're pulling people off of the platform. You're pulling people
It
to
makes
YouTube.
sense.
You're pulling people to a website. And when you're on a website, you're not on Instagram.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, though, to your point, is saying that link in bio, when you say link in bio, it's adding an extra step. So psychologically, a person's not going to go.
I know. So it's like you got to pick your pick your
They
battle.
will if
Do
you
you
want
want to affect the
So
algorithm,
for-
or do you want to make it super easy for them to get the link?
So, for
Which do you
example,
want?
like for the podcast, like when we make a post and like a story,
Yeah.
and then I honestly don't care. I would just put the link in there,
Right.
because the people that
On the
do
sticker.
look at the story, they will click on it and go.
It depends,
know?
though. If it's a product or if it's something that you're literally using and people are messaging you and asking you, and
Yeah.
stuff, if they see people hit the external link and then come back within a reasonable amount of time, they'll just keep that. You're fine.
That's also a problem with like Linktree's cool, but the problem with Linktree is again you're adding extra steps for people. So they'll go to the Linktree and they'll be like, oh fuck.
Well, because you don't
Unless
know
it's
what
an old
you don't
My
know
link
what,
tree is a disaster.
you
Yeah.
just don't know if they're using Apple or Spotify or whatever. So how are you gonna,
100%.
so how are you gonna? You're not going to be able
That's
to
why-
give them
that's
one
why-
link to follow.
That's why you say you go to wherever podcasts are found.
Yeah.
For example.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
That's a
Whatever
great
you
way
use
to
your
do that.
wherever
Yeah.
podcasts are, just go get it wherever podcasts are found. You don't need the link.
Yeah.
So
Could do that too.
I wish if I could go back in time, what I would say to anybody that's trying to grow on Instagram, I would say, don't worry about your affiliate links until you have at least like 1,000 to 2,000 views average per story.
Sure.
Because if you could pull even 1% of that, that's 10, 20 people that are going to then buy something.
Right.
So like I focused so heavily on affiliates and doing product placement and working with different brands when I was in the 10s and 20s. I feel like it kind of hurt me. So I had to post a stupid dumb reel because Instagram tells you now, hey, you got this follower from this reel. And all the follower boost I got in the last month came from that stupid fucking cow with no affiliation. It was just a complete blank video, trending audio, yes, but with a voiceover on top of that trending audio, with the trending audio almost down to like nothing.
Yeah. Right.
So you're still in the algorithm for the trending audio. You have your own voiceover, which they like because it's unique. Any voiceover content is unique.
And you're using their editing system.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're not using an external editing system. They hate that too.
Yeah, I noticed that because
anytime you
I edit outside of it, that the reel does
I'm not
crap.
editing on my phone. Fuck you.
That's what I think.
But the problem
that's the
is-
breakthrough I had that I didn't share with you. I wanted to share with you today. I think your editing that you're doing outside, that might be why certain things are doing better than others and certain things are not.
I agree.
Yeah.
But until they figure out a goddamn zoom in method on the shots.
Well, also
my ass.
at the same time,
There's your fill reel right there. Eat my ass.
but also the problem is when you use their editing in the app, it takes the quality down.
Yeah, it
so
compresses it.
Yeah. So if I'm shooting something in like 4K and I want it to look really good, and I put it in and I try to edit and trim on the app, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do these people with these like 1.2 million views on these gorgeous drone shots and all this other stuff, it looks great. I know they didn't edit it. I know a lot of people that edit, either on DaVinci, CapCut's huge.
A lot of those guys grew with their following, though. They didn't start off with the fucking 4K shit.
True.
There's people that start with 4K stuff, and then, you have a couple hundred followers. It's kind of like putting the cart before the horse. You kind of have to establish. What?
Yeah.
Is that,
No, I'm agreeing. I was going to go next. After,
yeah. So it's kind of like putting the cart before the horse because you have to kind of grow with your audience rather than just come out of the gate with this fire content, which is good to know how to do.
Yeah.
But kind of like I was explaining to Phil earlier in the week, we were talking about it. Kind of put that bullshit reel, like a shitty like 10-second reel in between the good stuff.
Yeah.
Sandwich it. Everything you put out can't be fire or you're going to beat yourself to death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Phil had a little story about his dog, putting baby carrot. He had, baby carrots and petroleum jelly?
Yeah,
or
I had
something?
to buy that.
And
at the
he's in
grocery store.
Wegmans, and he goes, "Am I a serial killer, or did my dog eat a sock?"
Yeah, it's a really bad look when you come to the counter and you only have petroleum jelly and baby carrots. So it's
sorry, I laughed.
We're playing hide the carrot.
Yeah, it's, going to Uncle Paul's.
and shout out to there's a local guy that does food creation, and he actually went to school with Little John.
Did he?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and does white sauce. Not white sauce. That sounds fun.
White House
What is it?
Station.
Yeah, thank you.
Baby carrot white sauce.
Yeah, we're talking about peppercom. Yeah. All right. White sauce.
I have to suck on everything. Hopefully the fucking algorithm likes that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can cross algorithm ran off the fucking board now.
Well,
I'm glad we can go full circle with the ADHD because we went full tangent.
Oh, yeah.
That was full tangent,
Yeah.
but it was something
yeah, no,
that
I
we
mean-
were expecting to talk about at some point today. So
Yeah.
it was very nice and smooth.
well,
Like going back to the algorithm, like thinking about like how you were talking about how people with all these drone shots and stuff like that, they didn't use the editing tools, they didn't do stuff like that.
Right.
And then you mentioned that the following brought them kind of to this point where they don't really need to rely on that.
Right.
And I think there was like 2 or 3 sweet spot periods, especially when TikTok came out and was challenging Instagram with Reels. So like when that period was happening, Reels was just giving people like so much engagement.
Yeah.
It was like a big
You
boom.
remember that boom, dude?
Yeah, I didn't use it, and that's my biggest regret. I know you and like who
I
got
hopped
real
right
big.
on it.
Lady Line Cook blew up like a mother.
She went from 10 to 40,000
Yeah.
in like 3 months.
Yeah, and when I saw that, I'm like, shit, I gotta go video, don't I?
And there I am like, I gotta get you on a live.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
So I think there's been like really good sweet spots with the going back to the competition.
Yeah.
And like they kind of go against each other, and then they give more engagement to creators, drawing more people to their platform, and being like, yeah, come over here. Yeah, get that.
They favor the creator.
Yeah. I'm gonna need the floor for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You got
I'm
it.
waiting for
Go
this
ahead.
rant.
Just don't give us a mushroom dissertation for 45 minutes.
No. It's not.
Then the barn was darkened.
Yeah. No.
44 minutes already.
So
Good.
Discreet, Kyle.
And 3, 2.
So good.
No. So
Go ahead.
the way I
I'm
liken
Mark.
this is, when I was younger and playing in bands and stuff. It's like, hey, I'm playing this show. Do you want to come out? And everyone's like, oh, can you get me on the list? It's like, it's a $5 show.
Right. That's another.
Right. So my big thing is like, this is more for, I'm speaking on behalf of content creators, and especially budding content creators, because, I'm nobody, so I don't care if people get pissed at me, but I'll be the asshole for other content creators, and they can share this clip with all of their friends, because to support your friend who's trying to creatively promote themselves, it costs you absolutely nothing to make a difference in their life.
Yeah.
To be able to like a post, to share the post, to comment.
Stories.
It's cool when you get a text message from your friend saying, hey, that video you posted was awesome. You know what's more awesome? Say it in the comment section.
It's the digital version of actions speak louder than words.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's people that maybe they're jealous that you're trying to do it.
There's a lot of that.
I don't know if it's people are just, maybe they just don't know and they don't understand.
Or they don't take it seriously.
Oh, yeah, they don't take it seriously. But it's like, listen, if you care about your friend or this person and you really want to support them, and you don't really have to do anything.
Right.
You just have to like, share, comment, whatever. And if it's a long form YouTube video, you can play the video and walk away.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
the duration, the watching duration, that helps out.
Yeah.
In ways that you'll never know. Or,
Time engaged.
Exactly, because I'm making these videos for these other people, right? And I'm editing, and I spend a lot of time getting things to look right. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It's a 10-minute video. It drops off at like 5 minutes. So I'm like, okay, let's release a 5-minute video.
Let's 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah. I'm like, what the actual fuck? Can you not watch a 5-minute video for your friend, right? Yeah. So you have, let's say, 25 friends. Like, you should have, number one, within the first 24 hours, at least 25 views, 25 likes, shares, whatever.
You're kind of preaching to the choir here, because I could tell you right now how many of my friends have bought skillets from me.
I know. I know. And that's what I'm saying is like, and I'm saying
unbelievable.
On behalf of not just us here, not necessarily for me, but also for Peter, for my buddy Cord, Mother's Recovery Off-Road.
Yeah.
We put a lot of time and effort into those videos. And, and there's the other guys, like there's a couple actual drivers that I'm doing videos for now too.
Yeah.
But like, it's just so wild to me that it's like, people are either oblivious or I don't know what the situation is.
What
but it's
I've
like,
found is there's people. Sorry, Phil.
Yeah, my bad. Respect the rules.
Yeah, damn it.
No, I'm just fucking with you. Real quick, you said that it's not. I forgot exactly what you said.
Damn
Basically,
it, Dale.
Yeah, damn it. Dang it, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby.
Dang it, thank you.
Dang it.
Whacking in the tool shed again.
But basically, you can do stuff to be more proactive, but there's easy ways now. How fucked up things are, there's easy ways to miss it. So like my friend just had a book release, and I had to physically go to his page and like
Slow drinks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just had to like 5 of his posts to get him back into my feed.
Yeah.
And same thing with
Oh.
same thing with when you told me about that one video. You're like, I commented on it and all that stuff. Now you're in my YouTube Shorts. So it's like it's a whole. I feel like it's like this weird fucked up thing where one, you have to educate your audience to like bring them back and engage with you, but also like is my content engaging enough, and like then you question yourself.
Right.
That leads
You have
to
to
a shitty part.
yeah.
Well,
but then
it's a seesaw.
well, then there's that third thing where you should have this. If you have a community of creators, you should support one another.
Correct.
100%.
It's
that's the other
free,
thing.
dude. It's free.
It literally is free.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't cost anyone a fucking thing.
I try to do a little bit of everybody's stuff. I try to put
you
your
do a great
stuff.
job.
I try to do. I
no,
try.
and that's I appreciate the shares.
We're just ranting about Kyle now.
Yeah, but that's no, and that's awesome.
2 a week. Fuck you.
Too many.
How fucking dare you?
No, but like every once in a while, a post will come through. When your posts come through my algorithm organically, that's when I story share.
Sure.
When that post with Peter came through on my For You, that's when I said, shit, I got to throw this in my story so it'll be more for you, for the people that are actually viewing my story. But what you can't do is I get asked at least once every fucking day, every other day, hey, can you share this? Can you share this? That's what you don't want to do because that's not an organic thing for the algorithm.
Right.
They're seeing that engagement is like forced.
Yeah, but does it pick up on those little content community things where if they see us constantly sharing one another's stuff, do they punish us for that?
But
Do
that
you
would be a
think-
negative reaction to the algorithm. They'd wind up not tickling the algorithm
You
anyway.
have more than
I don't know.
15
I'm
fucking
just
friends. I mean,
posing a
they know.
question.
He's just,
Well,
he's just
I mean-
putting it out there.
Yeah, no,
Also,
it's a good
I mean,
question. That's a great
know.
question.
No, because look at it. Remember when we were posting the hot sauce videos and some of those were getting 45,000 views?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And now with some of the collaborations, it's like, okay, we maybe cap out at like 8.
Yeah.
If that. We're lucky. So maybe we get penalized for how much you collaborate.
Well, it's like we're being punished for
true.
repetitively good
Guga
content.
and Uncle Roger and the Nick, the guy with the knife, he drops it all
Yeah,
the time.
Nick
we jerks off
DiGiovanni.
a fucking cucumber. I
Yeah.
don't understand that.
Yeah.
And Albert Cooks. Why do they?
Yeah.
Never mind. That's another rant.
Why do they what? No, I want to hear it because I know what you're talking about.
Go for it.
All these like top chefs now, like the young bucks, they just every time they have a cucumber, they can't like resist not jerking it. It's just like cook the food.
My thing, here's my algorithm rant.
Really?
Stop.
I've never seen that.
Here's my rant. What I actually commented on a couple
With a
of
spanking
content
of
creators, what they're doing. So there's a guy I used to follow for years. He has an Amazon affiliate store, and he shows you here's 10 things you need for your bathroom. Here's 10 things you might need for your kitchen. Here for your living room. All these things. Then he would hide a wedding ring in the video so that people would comment on it. Zenon, whatever his name, Mark Zenon. And then the ring was no more. So then he would put Waldo in his videos. Then Waldo wasn't enough. Then he'd put a $10 bill in his videos and it wasn't enough. And then he would start saying words wrong on purpose.
Yes. Oh. That's huge.
And eventually I wrote, dude, just make fucking content. If it's good content, we're going to talk about it regardless of the extra shit.
Oh
you
my
put in
God,
there.
that drives
It
me
fucking
nuts.
drives me
Yeah, but he
nuts.
got a comment.
But that's the thing is that is 100% because there's a couple content creators like phenomenal photographers, like amazing. And the guy said, the guy said shooting a Acura NSX today. It was a fucking Ferrari. So I was having fun with it. I knew that he did it on purpose because there's no way you can.
Dude, I love Acuras. I would play right into it.
Well, no. So what I did was I was like, I said, that is the most Italian looking Acura I have ever seen. And like, and then
yeah,
we were joking around with it, but
he
like,
got his comment.
He got his, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's an actual algorithm hack.
I wasn't going to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I was just saying, I've seen videos like that before too, where you have. I saw a dude. It was like, oh, here's 10 hacks for your iPhone, but he's talking into the end of his cable as if it's a microphone, and people just flip the fuck out over.
100%.
They're like, here's 10 tips for your iPhone. He's like, why are you talking into that?
Well, speaking
Why
of
are you doing that?
when you go to
I know that guy.
Why do you do that?
if you watch any of those like engagement hacks videos on YouTube,
Do something to piss them off.
Doing something wrong intentionally is like within the top 5.
Huge.
You know?
Any spelling errors, you get fucking.
I decided to
100%.
make dinner
That's
with
why-
my husband.
That's why for our reels,
Did you hear that one?
like
When Brady would end her sentence weird. Did you hear that one before?
There's
I have to, if I could find it, I would.
As far as content creation in the food world, though, the big thing they do now is they list the recipe as they're making it. And they'll say a cup of this, a teaspoon of that, a tablespoon of this, a dash of this. And then at the end, they'll throw in an ingredient that's not listed.
Yeah.
So that the comments go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant, but at the same time, it's deceitful.
Yeah.
If you're my theory is if you're making a good recipe and it turns out good, it should create its own. You should rely on your content to drive the comments.
Sure.
You should rely on your content to drive the views. Not, oh, dude, I got the comment and the views because I hit a wedding ring and I said the wrong word.
Yeah.
Like it's just an inauthentic nature to things that I don't like.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
Mob mentality is fucked, and this world's gonna burn.
It's just I don't want to follow. I don't follow the sheep off the cliff. Like I don't want to do that. I don't
and
wanna,
that's what
I'm not following the
Sheeple?
herd. Sheeple, yeah.
Sheeple.
That's the thing that I fight the most is the fact that it's like I don't want to make these dumb reels for the algorithm
Correct.
to get these hits when it's like, okay, like the thing with my niece, it's like, all right,
But that's close. That's
was-
you. That's
that
you,
is
though.
me.
Yeah.
And that was a funny moment
Yeah.
that I was able.
was a
to-
real thing.
I saw an opportunity
A
here.
whole extra channel, Uncle Peach. Like,
You know,
it could've been-
yeah.
Well, not even that. It's just like it is like you said. It's you. Like there's
That's
there's
why-
nothing fabricated, fake.
Yeah, there's no cheap shots.
Hiring a. It's cold. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. No, and that's the thing. It's like, and like if you look at my Instagram feed, like it's an absolute disaster of content because there was that little run I did where I was just doing like inspirational quotes and shit with under
Shot
music.
well.
Wait, when the fuck was that?
It was like a couple months ago.
Inspirational quotes? I didn't see that.
Oh, you don't remember that?
Wait, no, I think
It had my own little twinge to it. It's not like I just pulled an inspirational quote from somewhere. It was like what did I say? It was like,
like
when-
monkey see monkey do with a sunset. Like
No, it was like when I was on
Hang in there.
when I was on the steam train.
I hate Mondays.
I was on the steam train, and then it was doing. It was a Tyler Childers song, and it said like,
Oh yeah, I
Don't-
liked that.
don't take your work home with you. Leave that shit at the door.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I thought you
Stuff like
what
that.
I thought you meant was that you were like, "Hey, it's PJ. Don't give up. Love yourself." Like
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
No,
No, I
no,
remember.
no.
You mean the train one? I love
yeah,
that.
that one. I did a couple other ones like that.
Wow, we just got to burst the sun here.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ!
But-
Phil shiny.
At the same time, like,
Shiny.
I didn't feel like creatively fulfilled with that, and like that's why it's like I go through these droughts of content where I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like doing it because I'm like, I don't want to play the game. I want to create something like really cool
And enjoy it.
and then put that out.
Exactly.
Yeah. I will say though, this wound up being a really long conversation that I didn't know we were going to get down. And I think you guys have dissuaded me from starting a page. I was going to, and I was really, I
We
sat
talked
down,
him off the cliff.
I was like, when I get myself straightened out with the ADHD bullshit and I calm down and winter's coming up, what am I going to do in my free time? I was going to do one Instagram page about like the one I started before about old technology, like the boom boxes,
Which you should,
PRs and the reels,
You
like
should.
real,
You know what?
real reels, by the
Honestly-
way, like reel to reel recorders, stuff like that. And
Real reels.
and for whatever reason, I mean, it just seems like this seems like a
you
lot
know
of
what,
fucking
Tyler?
work.
Listen, you're the first person on YouTube. How many views on your walk of life? It's this
I
many.
posted that video 14 years ago.
It doesn't matter, man.
Million.
The thing
How
is-
many
okay.
million?
Not million.
Bro,
sorry.
I don't
hold
know
on,
how
hold
many.
on. Right now, and we've talked about this before, that there is a total trend in that.
Click your name and how many views you got overall on the channel.
It's Pornhub.
43 videos. Click videos.
My OnlyFans.
Yeah.
All right, here we
Kidding me?
go. Here we go.
I'll
Here,
put out
listen.
the whole hog.
Listen to this.
A toka.
Look at this. Walk of Life, 350,000 views. Dire Straits, Walk of Life cover on guitar, 88,000.
Those ones hit for
Okay.
some reason. Yeah.
Okay, so listen.
Nice.
Those ones hit.
Listen.
Because I played it and people liked it, so they asked me to do a cover, so I did a cover.
What's a
'cause
walk of life?
And
It's a Dire Straits song.
so, but that's the thing. Like,
It's a path of righteousness.
watching your
it was
videos where
motivational.
you're playing things on piano. There's so many cool things you
Oh,
can do with
you're
that.
playing? Like
Yeah, along
Yeah.
to the.
Here's some audio here. We won't violate because it's his music.
Oh, this song?
Well, it's
And
not
this is me
his,
on the
but-
guitar.
Yeah.
And that was 12 years ago, 14 years ago.
Right.
I got that
14
guitar
years.
from a guy I worked at.
right.
I was a lifeguard at a summer camp, and I won a gambling debt with that guy, and I gave the guitar to Tyler.
Headless. It's just me sitting there, shoulder.
So-
Tyler looks like he's in Macy's and fucking selling a sweater.
yeah.
Tyler,
Yeah.
there are two Instagram accounts that you should follow starting today. One is Bryant Roses. Okay.
Bryant Roses.
Yeah, he's this dude who I guess he was an old punk rocker, and he now does punk rock covers, but he does them like country bluegrass kind of thing.
I like
Cool.
that. I like
and
that.
then Philip Bowen Music. This dude was on
he's
America.
this guy. That's-
Yeah, he does the fiddle, and
Yeah.
he was on America's Got Talent and everything.
Oh, was he on? Is he on Twitter on TikTok a lot? Doing
I saw,
adding
yeah.
I
fiddle
saw him
to
on Reddit
songs?
like 4 years ago.
He goes.
And then he
goes,
blew
"This
up, and I was
song-
like, nah, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, I saw
He's really good.
the fiddle solo he did to Country Roads. I think
Right,
was one.
and
That
he-
was wonderful, man. And he
Oh,
and he
I
looks
saw
like he's
that.
having a blast too. He's having
does.
so much fun.
And it's just literally him sitting in front of
Yeah.
the camera with a cool, interesting backdrop and just saying, "Does it fiddle?" And he's like, gets into it,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome."
It does.
That's how
it
I
does
found
in
it.
does, like,
fact fiddle.
Hip hop, pop, rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the-
So
the
I
whole
thought,
span.
I'm like, and I've seen you playing piano. I'm like,
Add piano to songs that don't have piano.
There's one
Like
guy that's
that.
like,
you could just do covers of things and just do quick clips and stuff.
Can
and
I say something
Yeah.
right fucking now? You are 10 times better at piano than you ever have given yourself credit for.
I don't know. I do it for fun. I don't.
Yeah, but we could sit
But
down and
that's
jam.
But
and he's like,
but Tyler, okay. It's something for fun. It's something you love, and it's something that
That's
there's
the point.
a passion to it.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what seeps through the content that breaks the barriers.
so when you get these low
You
view
know?
counts or a high view count or a low view count,
It
or a high
doesn't
view,
fucking
it doesn't
matter.
fucking matter. That's
So like,
what I'm
I
saying.
was thinking about doing like instead of covering songs, covering like the Universal Studios theme or something.
Yes,
Like-
or like
Fox
or
theme
like
something.
no, like
or like a Disney one or
like
something.
the HBO, like when the HBO, like when they were gonna show a movie on like Saturday night, it was like, dude, it's one of
HBO
the most,
theme?
it's one of the most epic themes.
You should do like Billy Joel, Uptown Girl with a Philly accent. Uptown Girl, she's been living in her white bread.
Oh, dude, if you were able to do that, combine your impersonations with the
Yeah, how would I? You know,
or
what?
like
I
like
did
Archie
see a
Bunker
dude,
singing "Glory Days." You know what I mean? Like
Randy Newman singing.
This is Glory Days.
Wrecking
Edith,
Ball.
huh?
yes. I was
Randy
gonna
Newman
say
singing
poker
Wrecking
face,
Ball.
but all right.
Gaming like a wrecking ball.
You're right there. You got it.
See, dude, you could
Well,
do.
you
got
didn't
it.
even
Dude,
know
if you
how
did it,
hard
if you do a music
fun.
channel, that would be so much.
Tyler, I'm
Right?
telling you,
Archie.
Archie
Honestly,
Bunker singing "Glory
and that's
Days."
the thing is, you make these videos and then you just post them and don't look at the numbers. Don't
Here's
give a
something
shit.
nobody asked for.
Exactly. And then when one of them blows up,
That'll be something to scratch together. one
Yeah.
day. maybe I'll do that. Now we got the
and
winter.
you know what actually would be kind of cool too is like I was thinking about it now. I was like, we could,
depression.
seasonal depression. Seasonal depression will be in full force.
Yeah.
we could also make
Need that
like
dopamine.
We could make like cool videos, like really cool macro shots of like playing keys.
You
like
know what?
doing-
That
Gotta get
one
one
of
of
my
those anteater lenses.
Yeah.
some of the videos that I did
Oh,
was
yeah,
my
yeah.
Get an
Like,
Insta
really zoom.
Insta 360 Go 3 or whatever it is,
that-
because
does it do that?
like you can get like it's like small and like yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
awesome.
Every
Yeah, like
time
one of the
we
videos
jam.
I made with when I would play piano, I would disassemble the whole face of the piano so you could see the hammers. Just something extra to look
Yeah.
at while I'm playing. Something like that. I could do
Dude,
that.
that's so
like-
dope.
There's some
Yeah, I have to do something
piano
like that.
players on the internet that I just scrolled through that like play in like airports and stuff like that. And it's just
Oh yeah,
so
Yeah.
There's
watchable.
so many of those,
But-
like
Yeah.
where like the people
I should
just
do
set up,
that.
and then all of a sudden, someone who's a fucking opera singer that's walking through the airport is like, "Oh, I know that song. Let me sing with you." And then it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it
then
takes
you
off.
stage it just like they do.
yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
This
Thank you.
random cellist came up to me and they know this song.
I think Twist.
There was two
I
violinists
just
that
have
came up
to
and I was
have my
like,
cello.
do you know Chop Suey? You know Chop Suey by System of a Down? No way.
God.
It was
Yeah.
awesome. Don't get me wrong. But don't fucking lie to me.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Gotta get going. Sabaro.
fucking lie to me.
You could do it.
I will think about this.
No, but seriously-
I need wheels. I need a couple wheels, like just spin them
That-
of the things
If-
that I know how to
Yeah.
do.
Dude, you
So,
And the
like-
songs
You
I
have
can
it.
play.
Give us a sting in Carson for your show to be.
If Carson was introducing you, fucking do it.
Yeah.
We got Tyler here.
And like your theme, I guess, would be: are you sticking to like playing the themes of TV shows and video game music and stuff?
I
like
think
that?
you do everything. You do actually. If you want
Any
to,
song?
Johnny
any
Carson
how
introduced me.
about here's an actual idea.
a little
I list
autism.
the impressions that I can do, and I list songs that lots of people know, common songs, rock songs, whatever.
Yes, yes,
And I
yes.
spin the two wheels, and whatever they are, that's the video.
But you can play
Sure.
the song.
The
But-
spin thing is big.
but the thing is though, also
or a
yeah,
dartboard.
Yeah, but
Any
also
kind
at the
of
same
random
time is like that is one style of video you could do.
Sure.
And then you do other styles of video. So you have the ability
Yeah.
to do, say, for example, 5 days worth of content, right? You can release
Didn't mean
you can release a video every single day of the week.
lawn dart water balloons.
You spend like a month, right? Like take 2 weekends, record, bank that content, edit, throw it together, and then you just the following month, boom, boom, boom.
Just watch it.
You have pick your content. You get water balloons with the written down stuff inside the water balloons, and you throw a lawn dart at it.
That would be fun too.
Yeah.
Do
No
that.
one's done that.
Yeah.
No.
There you go.
Cool. All right. Well, I got
Dude,
some-
we will develop.
We're
your
not letting
YouTube
him
channel.
get by this.
One
We're
second.
not
No.
letting him skip this.
Yeah, no. We've listened to how we've all would interact if one of us had to get a what are those called when you
Colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy?
No.
You got a colonoscopy.
no yeah not
Dude,
yet.
we just said colonoscopy at the same time.
What is it when you like you go and tell someone they have a problem?
Oh, intervention.
intervention.
Yeah.
My mom.
Yeah, you had a content creator intervention.
Yeah.
With me is what you did.
Yeah,
You're right.
pretty much. Yeah.
You're right. You
So-
completely
My boss,
convinced me.
girlfriend, mom.
There's a meta van in the yard. It's taking me.
Oh, that made me shudder. A metavan.
Yeah. It was
Dude,
fun.
how would Carson introduce you? No, we're not wrapping up.
No,
Carson's
I don't know.
introducing.
I have to think
Oh,
of,
we got this guy Tyler here. He's got mild autism. And
or an outfit.
recently on some new medication to kind of balance himself out.
Mild autism.
I'm just kidding. How would Carson
Back
introduce
then, it would
you?
have just been that
Yeah.
he's just annoying.
Yeah.
Carson would say, "All right, we got Tyler here. Tyler
program
likes to
today.
take
He
classic
likes to-
music that we all know."
He likes to take his classic rock. He's going to turn it into a couple of unique programs there for us to have out a little bit later on in the show.
So
We're gonna
good.
Be doing about Paul, do you have we have some fellas over here. They're going to do they're going to take some crazy impressions and songs they do. And throw them together and give the middle finger to GE while they're at it. I think that was my Letterman. That's a
Oh, it was
that's
good.
a-
It was great. Dude,
Oh my God.
Letterman singing scenes from an Italian restaurant. That just
a bottle of red and a bottle of white. Yeah, right. Oh man, all right, pizza's here. That was fun.
All right.
I like it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's a good place.
good idea.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe. Watch this on YouTube and Instagram.
Leave us comments, damn it.
Yeah,
Where's the
let's,
camera?
Spotify.
Leave us
yeah.
comments. Tell us what you want to see.
Thank you,
Yeah.
by the way, for the people that have reached out and told us
Yes.
that you liked the show,
Yeah,
what you
thank
didn't
you.
like, the feedback on how we're how to improve and things like that. We really appreciate all the feedback, so keep it coming.
And if you could rate us on any of the platforms that you are listening on, if you're on Spotify, if you're on Apple
Yes.
Music, if you're in the Google Play Store, give us a rating.
helps.
Get us in. It helps us out. Even if you don't know what to say, give us whatever star rating you want, and just say good.
Say I like this show.
Yeah.
I have
Or
an
say you
idea.
hate the show.
Yeah, I have an idea. Say you hate the show, and we'll read the comments. We'll read the horrible comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
A la Conan.
When they start coming in, we're gonna start
that
reading.
would be so fun.
reading the feedback.
That's it.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Pizza's here.
All right.
Bye.
See you guys.